Coming up on today's show, we have the latest Baltimore Ravens news and rumors on Courtland Sutton. We got a big update for you as far as the trade talks go. Also, Dalton Risner, could he be signing with Baltimore in NFL free agency? We will discuss all of that and more coming up on today's show. I am the somewhat capable host, Tyler Jones, here with you. Thanks for stopping by. All this month, as it's going to be May. See what I did there? We are battling our Bengals channel in a month-long sub-battle. As you can see, we're starting from scratch, 0-0. Tie ball game, first quarter here. Let's see. Who has the better fan base in the AFC North? Is it Cincinnati? Is it Baltimore? Let's show them who's boss and win this sub-battle all month long. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/RavensTV for daily free Baltimore Ravens coverage here on the channel. Subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. So a new report on Courtland Sutton, the Denver Broncos wide receiver. We told you a few weeks ago about how his name had come up in trade discussions with the Baltimore Ravens, among other teams, as Sutton wants a new contract. And the Denver Broncos, of course, kind of starting over, if you will, as they begin this new era of Broncos football with Bo Nix taking over as their starting quarterback. They're in salary cap hell with all the dead money they're paying Russell Wilson and all that. And so it seems like now could be a good time for Denver to potentially move on from Courtland Sutton, unload that contract, not have to pay him, and get something for him, right? Well, Mike Klis, who covers the Denver Broncos for the NBC station, KUSA in Denver, he put out a response to a CTESPN tweet. That's Antonio Brown's media company, or if you even want to call it that, in regards to a big-name receiver being linked to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Klis said the following: "It's not Courtland. No plans to trade him, as Patton and Payton let Bronco Land know in recent weeks. Sutton in good standing." Now, no one plans to trade somebody until they trade somebody. At least that's what they say publicly, right? That's, I would think, would be the case. I'm not surprised to hear, yeah, we're not interested in trading him. Yeah, because if you make it known that you're trying to trade him, his trade value is going to go down. So I don't think, despite this report that's out there, I don't think this changes anything. If the Baltimore Ravens want to make a trade, if they would like to pursue Courtland Sutton, contrary to these reports, that's what we do here. We sniff out stuff. He's still available for potential trade. I personally think so. Sutton currently has 2 years remaining on his current deal, owed about $27.6 million. He wants a new deal after that for the 2019 Pro Bowler and 2018 second-round pick out of SMU. And the thing that we've been saying here on this program about Courtland Sutton is that the Baltimore Ravens are looking for that spark in the receiver room, right? You got Tez Walker in the 4th round, but obviously that's going to take time. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get right away. And there's question marks surrounding Rashad Bateman. So how do you replace OBJ? Courtland Sutton right now, I think, is a much better receiver than OBJ is. I think you'd be looking at a significant upgrade at the wide receiver position, with already having Nelson Aguilar there as well, bringing in Tez Walker, and then potentially having Courtland Sutton on the other side from Rashad Bateman. To me, I think that's a good fit. And the trade value, I think you're looking at, because you're having to take on this money, giving up about a 4th-round pick next year to make this happen. So you still got to have all your picks in this year's draft, and you give up a 4th round next year, so it doesn't affect you this year. To me, that seems like a win for the Baltimore Ravens. Truth of the matter is simply this: the Baltimore Ravens need wide receiver help. Okay? I think this Ravens team is in good shape. They'll look like one of the top 4 teams in the National Football League. But right now, they're not better than the Kansas City Chiefs. And the measuring stick that we are going to put ourselves up against all season long is how the Baltimore Ravens shape up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And you look at the Ravens receiving core right now with Flowers, Bateman, and Aguilar, comparably speaking to what the Chiefs have to offer now with Rashee Rice coming off a 1,000-yard season, Hollywood Brown a part of the equation, a first-round pick in Xavier Worthy. Chiefs have a better receiving core than the Ravens right now. But that can change with an addition of Courtland Sutton. So let's ask you, should the Ravens trade for Courtland Sutton? Weigh in our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. Y for yes, In for no, should they make a trade or not? Let me know what you think. Nate Wiggins, a lot of excitement about him coming to Baltimore as the Ravens' first-round pick. And we have his jerseys on sale now at chatsports.com/Wiggins. You can get yours today, whether it's the purple, the black, the white, several different versions to choose from. Men's and women's sizes available as well. Go see for yourself and get yours today. These things are going hot. Chatsports.com/Wiggins is where you can get yours. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. That's chatsports.com/Wiggins to get yours today. All right, we told you a while back here on the channel that the Ravens, if they were going to make a move to sign Dalton Risner, it would likely be after the NFL draft when they would circle back, shout out Jen Psaki, to potentially making a move to grab up the former Broncos and Vikings offensive guard. Well, now we have an update from the folks at Ebony Bird on the potential of bringing in Risner with the draft in the books now. Here's what they had to say. Risner is one of the few starting offensive linemen out there who are both under the age of 30 and lack major injury risk, all while providing starting-level production. Voorhees in Cleveland can't feel confident in a starting role unless any interest in Risner is confirmed to have been shut down. Now, I'll say this. I like what the Ravens have done with moving around with the offensive line a little bit. I think Roger Rosengarten was an excellent first-round pick. I think Voorhees has potential to be a very good football player in the National Football League. We'll see how he does recovering from the injury. We've seen the ups and downs of Ben Cleveland. But even with that said, I would feel much more confident if you bring Risner in and have a competition and provide depth for those guard positions. I would still make a push to sign Dalton Risner and let him compete for one of those starting roles. Risner's got a pretty decent resume. Second-round pick in 2019 out of Kansas State, was a All-American and first-team All-Big 12 selection there with the Cats. And he's been very consistent, has not missed a lot of games over the years. 73 career games played, 73 starts, and 5 total seasons in the National Football League. His grades, not great, 57.1 to be exact. Allowed 19 hurries, 11 hits on the quarterback, but the most important thing, did not allow a single sack there with the Minnesota Vikings last year in that circumstance. So Dalton Risner, yeah, I like the idea of bringing in Dalton Risner and seeing what you can do to shore up that offensive line to see if he can make a difference there. Should the Ravens sign Dalton Risner? What do you guys think? S for sign, P for pass. I'm typing S for sign. I don't think it's going to cost you a ton either to bring Dalton Risner to this Baltimore Ravens team and have some extra insurance, if you will, when it comes to the offensive line. Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining us here on our Ravens Rundown. Subscribe to the channel for continuing Baltimore Ravens coverage throughout the rest of the offseason as we battle Bengals breakdown in our sub-battle all month long. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.